Hey guys, so today I'm doing a first impression, and don't mind my eyebrows. I just want to fill them in first before we do the foundation so it doesn't look so weird. I have not done a first impression in the longest time because I actually haven't bought makeup in like 6 months, but I just recently bought a bunch of new things at the drugstore, so I'll leave that haul down below if you haven't seen it yet. So today we're going to be doing a first impression on the new L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. So I picked this up in W8 because that's what I am in True Match, so I'm hoping this is the right shade. I didn't swatch it in the drugstore, I just kind of picked it up because I was like, oh, Creme Cafe, that's my color. So we'll hope for the best here, but if it doesn't match, I'll still put it on and do a first impression. I'll just lighten it up with some concealer or something like that. So when you open it, you have a little compact mirror, and then you also have this sponge. And I've watched about 3 first impressions on this foundation, and they say you have to use the sponge, don't use a brush or anything like that. I may eventually try a beauty blender, but in this video I'm just going to be using the applicator that it comes with because it is literally a sponge. Yeah, I haven't opened this yet. So it just looks like that, which is kind of weird. Like it's an actual sponge. So I'm going to prime one side of my face and then just have the other side of my face just dry like normal so we can see if it applies better with the primer and also if it lasts longer with the primer or if it lasts pretty well the same without one. So I'm just using this primer. This is the Covergirl Outlast All Day Primer. It's a pretty basic primer. It's nothing too crazy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the left side of my face. So it says, gently press applicator into foundation cushion, tap onto skin to deliver the perfect dose of foundation, build to desired coverage level. So we're just going to go ahead and do exactly as it says. So I've seen some people press down too hard and it bleeds to the other side, so I'm going to press lightly like it tells you to. So we'll just start with a little bit on the sponge. And this is the prime side, so we're going to go ahead and start with the prime side. It's so weird tapping in a foundation because most foundations you like buff into your skin, so to tap it is just kind of foreign to me, but looks pretty good so far. And it definitely is my shade. So if you are normally W8 in True Match, then you are good to go with W8 in this foundation. I don't have any acne scars, anything like that. I barely have any blemishes on my face. So I'm probably not the best person to watch for like full coverage foundations because I don't really have anything to cover up. But I will build the coverage to see if it gets cakey or anything like that. So that is just one layer on the prime side. I think it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. So now we're going to go ahead and do the unprimed side, and I really liked how it applied on that side. So we'll see if this side is any better. So far, it's applying basically the same. It does feel a little tackier on this side though. I don't know if that's because of the foundation or because of the primer, but as I apply it, it feels a little tackier. But it looks just about the same close up as it does on the other side. So now I'm going to go in with a second coat just to give myself a little more coverage because this is a pretty sheer foundation. It gives you that very natural look, but I want to see if it can build. So there's no cakiness that I've seen. So I think it blends in pretty well with that tapping motion, and I don't see any cakiness. I think my face looks very, very flawless, and this is just like 1.5 coats. I added some more just in random places where I think I needed a little more coverage. I want to make sure I get it really well on my nose. I am, I would say combination skin, but a little more on the oilier side, and this is a Lumi product, so it's supposed to give you a pretty luminous glow, which I think it does. It's nothing Over the top, I don't think I look oily, but I do feel like my skin is kind of shining in the cheekbone area. So I'm going to read off the information that is on the L'Oreal website. So it says that it is a revolutionized, fresh, luminous glow in a tap, including new True Match Lumi cushion, an innovative sponge drenched in liquid foundation, which it literally is, kind of weird. Tap a little for a fresh, natural glow. Tap on more to build up a new level of luminous coverage. And I think it did build up coverage very well. I think you could honestly get this to full coverage without it looking cakey if you kept adding some on. But honestly, I wouldn't, just because it's like, why not just get a high coverage foundation? Like, if you're looking for light to medium coverage, pick this up, but if you're looking for full, I wouldn't waste your time, and I'm saying that already, and I haven't even worn it for that long, just because this is $17, and you're just gonna have to work a lot more to get that coverage. It says it's formulated with precise match technology to match your skin tone and texture, and I think it made my skin literally look perfect. I feel like I don't even look like I'm wearing makeup, but at the same time, it's covered up any of like skin blotches that I have and completely evened out my skin tone. I do think it looks a little oily though in the forehead area, which is kind of random, but that's just what I've seen so far. It says it's available in 12 shades. The finish is supposed to be fresh and luminous, which I definitely think it is. It says the coverage is sheer to medium, buildable coverage, definitely. And it says it's for all skin types and safe for sensitive skin. This does not have any scent at all. It literally doesn't smell like anything, which is kind of weird. And neither does the cushion. So I think this honestly would be good for all skin types, because if you have sensitive skin, there's no weird fumes in the product. So far, absolutely loving this. Like I said, it retails for $16.99. So it is kind of on the pricey side. So I'm going to go ahead and conceal underneath my eyes and then set this with a powder and just see how this works out. So I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in medium, and I'm just going to add a little bit underneath my eyes just to see if this blends out well. And then for powder, we're going to be using the Maybelline Dream Matte Translucent Powder, so it's nothing special. So I'm going to be using this brush from e.l.f., which is the Flawless Concealer Brush, just to blend out the under eyes. And so far, so good. Yeah, that blended out really, really easily. So this is the unprimed side. Definitely blends out pretty quickly. So let's see if it's any faster on this side. I definitely think the foundation looks and feels better on the primed side. That's just me. I always use a primer, but it's not terrible on the unprimed side. I just prefer it on this side. I think everything blends out a lot quicker and just looks like less makeup-y. So I'm just going to set under my eyes with the Dream Matte powder with the same brush. And then I'm also going to take this brush down my T-zone because that's where I tend to get oily. Today I'm not really doing much. I'm just filming and going to the movies. So won't be too much strenuous activity, so this will really show you how long it can stay on, just like on a normal day, which I think is what most people are looking for first impressions for. So before I set the rest of my face with the same powder and this big Real Techniques powder brush, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what the tackiness is like. It definitely still feels a little sticky, not too much, and it does transfer onto your fingers. So now I'm going to apply a powder and see if it maintains that tackiness. So doesn't feel tacky anymore, but it still transfers. So this is a transferable foundation. It will get on your fingers, on your hands, whatever, when you touch your face. So I'm just going to do a quick flashback test. It shouldn't have any because this does not have any SPF in it. So I don't really think there's any flashback at all. So I'm going to go ahead and do my makeup, and I'll let you guys know if it blends on smoothly, if I have any issues, and I'll probably be back in about 2 hours. Right now it is 12:18, so we'll say 12:15, so I'll be back around 2:15 to let you guys know how it's wearing so far. I absolutely love it so far. I think everything has blended very, very well, and I'm very pleased, surprisingly. I just wanted to come back real quick before I forgot. I just finished all my makeup, and I just want to let you guys know that I feel like somehow the makeup that I put on top of the foundation blended out a lot better on the unprimed side. On the prime side, I felt like I had to apply tons of contour, tons of blush, tons of highlight for it to actually eventually show up. And no, I did not film this makeup look. I'm sorry if anyone wanted to see it. But if you guys do want me to recreate it and make a tutorial, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But I'm going to go ahead and film a couple videos and I'll be back in a couple hours. Alright, so it is 4 o'clock now. My mom and I are about to go and see Joy. So I wanted to do another check-in and let you guys know how the foundation's wearing. No joke, looks exactly the same. Has not faded anywhere. I don't think. A little bit around my mouth, but that's because I was wiping off multiple lip colors because I didn't know what lip color to do with this makeup. And it's faded a little bit on my forehead, but that's because I was wearing a hat. So honestly, it is still looking really, really good. And I'm not oily anywhere at all, not even in my T-zone, not around my nostrils. And it's just holding up really well. I'm so happy. So I will do another checkup probably after the movie. So it is 9:15 now. I just wanted to come in for my final check-in. I think the makeup did a really nice job holding up. I definitely recommend it. I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. If you're looking for full coverage, 100% pass on this because it's very sheer to medium. But if you're looking for that very natural looking makeup, then definitely go ahead with this. It does have a dewy finish. I am oily down the center of my T-zone and I have combination skin, so if you're dry skin, you should be good, but if you have oily skin, this might be a little too much for you. You should definitely powder a lot more if you decide to get this and you have oily skin. Like I said at the beginning, this is $17, so it's kind of pricey, but it has faded a little bit underneath the contour now. Around my mouth and definitely on the forehead area, but I have been wearing a hat, so I don't really know how much it's really faded there. And then around my nose looks a bit red, but under the eyes it still looks really good. And I'm just very pleased. So be sure to give this a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know if you want to see any first impressions on any other makeup items, especially if you watch my drugstore haul. Definitely let me know what you guys want to see first impressions or reviews on. Check out that haul if you haven't seen it already, along with my clothing haul that I uploaded not that long ago. And I'll see you on my next video. I love you. Bye! Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing literally probably the easiest hair tutorial in the whole entire world, and that is how to clip in your hair extensions so that it forms a ponytail. I have seen so